Magandang gabi po sa inyo. Nais ko lamang at nagla-live ako ngayon para lang ito sa follow-up dito sa Percy Lapid case at John Villamor case. At ang aking topic po ngayon ay bakit binuburirat ng mga vlogger at media itong lahat ng mga ebidensya at testigo at mga dokumento na pinipresenta ng NBI at police operatives. May katwiran ba ito? Dapat ba ito? Ito ang sagot nito. Let me ask in a question that is in English form for the benefit of the people who are also non-Tagalog speakers. Why are bloggers and journalists report every incident or every document or every witness or every document that could be found by the investigators in the investigation in the Percy Lapid murder case and subsequently the murder case of John Villamor or Crisanto Palanya Villamor or Kestituto Gluba Villamor? The answer is it is indispensable in our society where it is a country that is democratic. First, let me say and state without fear of contradiction that there is no amount of knowledge of evidence by anybody that can destroy the evidence if it is indeed real evidence. True evidence or real evidence cannot be tampered when established it is a piece of an evidence. True piece of evidence is one where both the prosecutor and the defense attorneys are compelled to agree it is indeed a true piece of evidence of the fact being proposed. One example is when a piece of document is being presented as a photocopy or a Xerox copy of an original being presented at the same time to the court. If the photocopy or a Xerox copy appears as a faithful reproduction of the original, the adverse counsel cannot say that the Xerox copy being presented is not faithful to the original. Otherwise, that lawyer risks self-to-disbarment and other personal liabilities due to criminal, civil, or other else. If we present in our blogging, because I am now a blogger, witnesses saying anything, we open the flood to the interest of testing the credibility and integrity of the concerned witness. In doing this, we who are the bloggers are encouraging more witnesses from the public to come out to testify and clash against the claims of the earlier witnesses. That is also called opening the marketplace of ideas and claims to clash therein against each other and to get to the bottom of the truth. The search for truth and justice is every citizen's right and of both the accused and the accuser. That is so because truth and justice are both the duty of all and an unalienable right of every person. This duty and this right cannot be met by secrecy in evidence. Now, let me tell you that history taught a lesson that if the public is not aware of the jobs being done and what they expect to be done by the public officers, then there is that conspiracy that is born out of secrecy. With more reason that every man or woman in the public must be informed in every step of the way if what is involved are matters of public interest. The assassination of Percy Lapid and the murder subsequently of the middleman in killing him is not only a simple public interest, it is an exceedingly national and state interest that is also an interest in the society of countries founded on freedom of expression, of speech, and of the press, particularly European Union members, the UK, the USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and many other countries. Just imagine the happening of events, willful suppression of evidence committed by the prosecutors, investigators, and any person having a hand in the prosecution. A simple certificate of marriage that the prosecutor forgot to present in a parricide case made me win in a petition for bail. This was a mistake that made me happy, that it made my work of proving there was no strong evidence that my client killed his wife. If the accused is not married to the dead victim, it is only a simple case of homicide if there is no aggravating circumstance. Homicide, on the other hand, is available by operation of the Constitution and as a matter of right under the Constitution. Nevertheless, I was not guilty of colluding with suppression of evidence just because I loved the simple faux pas of the prosecution lawyers. That was because I know my client was innocent. At the end, the judge acquitted my client after I used the evidence of the prosecution against them. The details I wrote are only one among the million reasons we can support for the permanence of the constitutional doctrine that says a public office is a public trust. The work of public officers, in this case the prosecutors, involved the collection of evidence and presenting the same in court without suppressing any. The work of public officers who are investigators in criminal cases involved the gathering of evidence and submitting the same to the prosecutors without hiding any. So you can now see the incalculably huge duty to the public to serve the people's curiosity, to ensure that public duties are done efficiently, truthfully, and with integrity. Further, the Constitution commands that all criminal cases proceedings must be public and speedy. Ergo, there is the rub. Thank you, and kayo mga katoto ko, ay magandang gabi po sa inyo. At sana maintindihan ninyo, although naka-English. Anyway, someday I will translate into Tagalog. Thank you, at good evening. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat.